Hello everyone, I am making some videos for my 6th grade students who are learning how to crochet. So let's begin with learning how to make a slip knot. So we begin with a skein. This is the skein of yarn. And the yarn that is connected directly to the skein is what's called the working yarn. And this, I don't know if there's a name for it, but I call it the loose end. So I'm going to show you two ways of making a slip knot. The slip knot is what goes over the crochet hook. It goes around the crochet hook. So the way that I make it is how I'm going to show you first. And then the way that some other people make it is the second way. So first, what I will do is start with the loose end. And I will cross the loose end over the working yarn. Okay, so loose end over the working yarn. Okay, I will then hold down the loose end, take the loop, and pull the working yarn through the loop. If you've done it right and you've made a slip knot, when you pull on the working yarn, this is the working yarn, it's connected to the skein. Let me show you, right? This is connected to the skein. So when I pull this, it will tighten, like so. Okay, so that is the first way to make a slip knot. Let me show it to you one more time. We take the loose end, we cross it over the working yarn and make a loop. I hold down the loose end and I take the loop. I then pull the working yarn through the loop. I have made my slip knot, and I can tighten the slip knot by taking the working end, the working yarn, and just pulling it. There you go. Got a slip knot. So that's the first way. Another way of making the slip knot is to take the working yarn. Again, the working yarn is the one that's connected to the skein, and I make finger guns. Okay. Left hand for finger guns if you are right-handed, right hand for the finger guns if you're left-handed. I will take the working yarn and I will drape it over, okay, this is a lot, drape it over my finger guns. Okay, so working yarn, loose end. I will then cross over the working yarn and make an X. You see the X? There's the X. I will then continue over the top, and I might use a third finger to hold it down like so. So you see there's an X on the bottom, and there is that on the top. I will then take my hook, facing down, go through this bottom loop, go up, so under the bottom loop, over the top loop, pulling the top loop over the bottom loop. I pull it, and then I move my fingers out of the way. You see there's the loose end and the working yarn. And then I pull on the working yarn. This is the working yarn. You can see it's connected to the skein. And when I pull it, whoop, I got my slip knot. Let me try again. So we get our finger guns, we drape the working yarn that is connected to the skein over my finger guns. I then pull the working yarn that is connected to the skein and make an X under my fingers. Right? You see the X? There's the X. I hold the X down with my thumb. I then continue on top. I use a third finger to hold it down. I take my hook facing down, under the bottom loop, over the top loop, pull and twist. And now I just take the working yarn and I pull. And there we have it. Those are the two ways of making a slip knot. You can watch this video over and over again and decide which of the two ways of making a slip knot is your preferred way. And once you master this, we can move on to learning how to chain.